And we're going to start. Today is July 2nd already. My name is Sergey Savastyuk, and I'm going to be talking today about how to use AI for finding trending stocks. Our company Tickeron, what's the difference between Tickeron and other companies? The main difference is that we are SEC, as Security and Exchange Commission registered company. And if you compare our company and others, then the main difference is we cannot tell you BS. That's the main difference. If people, companies like that, let's say Online Trading Academy, tells BS, then Federal Trade Commission is going to sue them for misleading and fraudulent statements. Look, they've been charging people $50,000 a trading course. They made so many negative statements and negative reviews that they've been sued for their activity, okay? And they were not SEC registered. So if you want to find whether or not any company you access in the internet SEC registered, then you can go to their website, find their general information or legal information and see if it is registered. That's example like a Betterment. And then find this form ADV part 2. If you can find it and access that, then it is SEC registered. You can find the same form on our website where you will see all the disclaimers, okay? So the tip number 1 is find out if it is SEC registered and then decide whether or not you want to follow this company, okay? So why do you want to use AI? Because a lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of hedge funds use algorithms. Quite often they are based on AI, quite often not, but we do use artificial intelligence and neural networks for our algorithms. So what happens if you do not use any guidance? Then here's the article. 170,000 Robinhood millennials, those traders, got stuck in a stock of Hertz. Hertz is a company which gives cars for rent, I bet you know, and here's a problem, okay? And I will show you later what we recommend for Hertz, okay? Just remind me if I forget. So what I'm going to cover today, it's important to cover some basics trading plan development. Then I will explain to you what do we mean by odds of trading success and how important it is. Then I will show you our proprietary way of finding the group trends. And then I will show you trends in all kinds of tools we provide in the news feeds and the screener and trend prediction engine and some other tools, okay? So let's get started, and we will do the following, kind of very basic, just for you to understand. What is a trend? Let's imagine it's a trend goes up, and if the trend continued, we can say that's a kind of plan. Trend continued up, down, continued down. Trading on the dip. A lot of people trade on the dip, goes up, then down, and then you kind of think it's going to go up. And the same thing with the bearish direction. Breakout, it goes up, and then you buy it only when it goes through the particular threshold, and then it goes up. Trend reversal, when it goes down and then it goes up. And what's what the beginners really love to find, and they always lose money. 90% of beginners lose money on finding the trend reversals, okay? Because they typically get to this situation, trend goes down and continues to go down, or goes down a little bit up, they're getting caught right here, and then it goes all the way down, okay? And this is in a breakout. And then some people trying to find trend reversals This way it goes up and then fighting down, and they lose on all these long developments. Okay. So tip of the day number 2 is don't try to find these points. Here is our concept of odds of trading success. Odds of trading success is kind of a definition. It is a percentage of outcome which confirm successful trade signals in the past. Okay, let's assume you want to trade on the dip. Okay? The question is, what happened with the same stock when there was a dip? And you have to do the backtesting. So the backtesting is to find the similar case and then see what happened in the history. So strategy and plan is on a dip. Go back and see success. This is a failure. Success, success. 3 out of 4, 75% of success, because odds of success 3/4. Which it means 75%. So that means odds of success, a percentage of outcomes, 3 outcomes, out of all signals which were generated out of this strategy. Okay. So I'm going to use that terminology instead of a percentage of a backtesting, and I can tell you another difference. It's tip number 3 of the day, is that the main difference of our approach and all others is we do the backtesting of all strategies every day, and then when you need access it, you have it on the fingers of on the tips of your fingers, comparing with all others softwares which they force you to do the back testing every time. Okay. So what our focus in our presentation and in our approach is, like in this sport, half pipe, what you want to do is you want to find enough of inertia to jump. If you don't have enough inertia, you're not going to jump. You're going to lose in this sport, half pipe, right? So the trance is like your friend. When you can find this, then you're in a good shape. If you cannot find it, it's better not to trade. If you want to be a long-term investor, that's another story. We do not make forecast on the long-term investing. We do the search for this type of jumps, either swing trading or the day trading jumps, okay? Let's look at the group trends, okay? That's the best presentation of the trends in a group. Why? Because if I scare from the right, then they're going to go to the left and all together. Very rare they're moving not in one herd. So what you do, you can find the trend of the entire group and then buy or sell one of the stock in the herd, which is moving to the same direction. Then your probabilities of going are going to go up. Odds of success are going to go up. Why? Because the group is moving. And like if you take a ship right here in the middle, it's nowhere it can go but just to the same direction as the entire herd. Okay? Okay, so now let's look at the our software and the website. We call it Tickeron. Go here. As I said, let's look at what we have in the hertz. Okay, so the easiest way to use our site just to check what's going on with a particular stock. You can type here hertz, okay? Hertz, and you get this, and then go to signals and see what the recommendation is. 170,000 people got stuck. Why? Because they never look at our website. We do recommend the strong sell, okay? So as you can see, if we start looking, it did move a little bit for the last week, but as you can see, within the last month, it's been going down from about $6. That's where a lot of people bought it, I bet, and then they got stuck. Why it is $1.50, right? So if you look at the quarter, okay, there was on the quarter $6, and then there was a jump. People got stuck. I bet a lot of people bought it right here from Robinhood, and then now got stuck right here. Okay, and then Hertz, in fact, overall trend on 6 months, boom, it's pretty bad, right? So from $20 to $1, it is not good. So what you see here is that overall direction is negative, right? So you can read about the technical analysis. You can say, okay, you don't know about technical analysis, then you just click here, RSI indicator. We will explain to you right here in the article where we make those predictions, okay? As you can see, you remember I told you that we find the similar cases. What does the similar case means? It means RSI indicator gives a signal. What the signals it gives? It gives the signal of negative, right? Was it good? Not quite good, but still negative, 3 out of 9. Okay, so we found 9 similar cases. Okay, here, how many cases? We found 12 similar cases when moving average showed negative directions, and 8 of them were negative, still negative. So that means 67. Okay, let's look further. 8 out of 10, it's 80% on the Bollinger Bands. And if you don't know about the Bollinger Bands, you look right here, read about the indicator, and you are good, right? So as you can see, we give a lot of other indicators. We give fundamental analysis based on analysis, and it looks negative too, okay? Then what we see here is industry highlights. So you can read about the car rental industry and see what's going on with the Hertz. This is earnings data for Hertz. This is a support and resistance line. You see how many of them were good, $20 high and $1.50 low. And that's giving analysis. The headlines talking about this company from other sources, okay? General information. Then AI trend prediction, that's our premium tool where you can find the trend on a particular stock. Within a week, expectation is still gonna go down. And then on the month, it's still gonna go down. You see, look what we have here. Today, we're still saying it's going to go. So it's already lost 70% in quarter, and we still say it's going to go down, okay? So that's the kind of the way of studying just one stock. And if at least half of these people would have looked at our website, they would have not got stuck in this spiral where they right now. They are marrying their losses. Is that possible? It's going to go sometime in the future up, possible, but not in the nearest future. Okay. If it goes, then it's very high risk of continue to go down. There's no chances yet. Okay. Now let's look at the what we have. Okay. So what I showed you how to use the search window and find something about one stock. You just type and you get, if you want to find two, you're going to type two. But that's not the topic. The topic of today is to find trends, okay? So what you see on the very first page is the news, which we generate based on AI. So you kind of view it as if it is the Facebook feed, and then you kind of looking through that and see, oh, okay, getting some ideas, right? So how to find the topic of the our webcast, how to find, and we're finding by just looking through the ideas on our news feed. You can access it in your mobile device through the web, but we're building our mobile applications. You continue to look and then kind of say, oh, okay, there's a lot of problems, for instance, in the oil industry, and particularly in the shipping. You see here marine shipping is a company showing kind of bad downturn. And the question is, it's going to continue to go down with 76% of downtrend, right? So let's look how we calculate that. We see that we found 46 similar cases, 35 of them continue to go down for this particular stock. So that means 76% of the downtrend based on what? Moving average signal, okay? So that means every time the moving average signal was produced, and it is produced today, it's going to continue 76 times out of 100, it continues to go down, okay? So now, let's say, okay, kind of interesting idea, and marine shipping, I click here, and then I'm going to find, and so I selected this at tag, and I click search. So what it means now I'm going to be looking at what? At all companies in marine shipping, okay? So, so what this is page all about? It took 55 tickers where in marine shipping. So now I'm looking at the herd, right? So I kind of picked up idea, and I'm gonna verify whether or not it's a good idea to trade that down. So what I see here, the trend is down, okay? So that means, as you can see here, the advances versus declining issues, it's 1 to 1.37. So it's more sellers than buyers, right? Then I can read more about this, okay? And then I see here some other companies in the marine shipping, okay? Some of them producing signals buy, some of them producing signals to sell, okay? What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna reduce the list of 55 to some other reasonable number, which I can trade or do something with that tomorrow, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift it to the screener, okay? So please note that every time you see this blue ribbon, then you can shift tickers to any other module in our system, okay? But just by 1 or 2 clicks, okay? So let's assume you want to create a portfolio, click here. You create watch list, click here. You want to just copy to the clipboard and get it to your Excel spreadsheet, just clip it here, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move it, all of them, to the screener, okay? So this is a light version of a screener because I have only 55, I don't need to screen too much. And then what you see here, different tabs. The scorecard is the summary of what is going on everywhere, okay? So that means the eye is looking at the fundamental analysis, okay? Technical analysis, fundamentals, and everything, right? When you get any other screener, that's a tip 4 of the day, that's what you typically see. You look at the P ratio, beta, revenue, CPS, ROE, everything, right? So what we did, we translated these fundamentals into the plain English. What it means, for instance, valuation, okay? Other companies undervalued. Okay? We see some companies which are undervalued. What if we find the companies with a good profit versus risk? I don't see them. It's all red. Okay. Let's look at the price growth. Is there any price growth? Not hell of a lot. Okay. Is there a seasonality in that? Yes, there are some seasonality effects. What is a seasonality score? Seasonality score is like a back to school effect when in August or July, some companies, retail companies, gonna go up simply because it is a season for them to go up. A lot of people don't know the effect of seasonality, but we pre-calculate the seasonality, okay? So what else we have? We have this technical analysis page. So you see the same 55, you can look at this from technical analysis perspective. For instance, this one is oversold for what? For 5 days already, okay? So if I want to find all companies with a good, let's say, odds of success, then the way to read it is follows: that the signal was produced today, this signal was produced 2 days ago, right? This one today, and this one 14 days ago. And the odds of success here 90%, it's 89%. You go, wow, that's total confusion. Yes, when people use technical analysis and one or two indicators, they're missing that all these indicators might be showing to the different directions. That's the complexity of using technical analysis, technical indicators, because they were always confusing, okay? What we do, we took them all together and create TA score, right? Where we take most of them positive, you see more green than red, and that way from technical analysis perspective, I have somewhat winners, right? So I could, if I'm a short-term trader, I can stop on this, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this one and then press it here, buy, sell, and as you can see now, I'm selecting only those which were mostly buy, or I can choose on the longer term more like those who have a better fundamentals, right? So they might be strong sell right now, but on the fundamentals, they're better off, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take buys, okay? And then let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take these ones. So how some of them, right? And what I'm gonna do in this blue ribbon, move them and analyze them as a group to verify that they're good. Oh, okay, cool. Look, so out of 55 we started, now I have 9 where the entire group in the industry shipping is a strong buy, okay? Even though the industry, I started from a negative, I ended up that some of them are positive, okay? What I can do, I can see if I can take strong sales, okay? Or I can take, how many do I have? I have 55. You see, I found some of them a strong buy, and the subgroup is the buy. We can buy them. But let's look what happens with the entire group, okay? So I'm selecting 55 out of 55. I go to, again, the scorecard here, and let's see what's going on with the entire group of 55. Okay, the entire group is strong sell, which tells me the following, that there are some winners, but the overall shape is going down, right? So marine shipping doesn't look good at all. And that's where I can short, but in order to hedge that, I can buy only those which I selected for the buy, okay? So what did I do? I just split the entire marine shipping industry into 2 groups. One is the entire group, and then only one group which I can buy, okay? So did I find the trends? Yes. Did I reduce this to 9? Yes. Did I reduce that to the strong sales? What I can do the following. Here I selected 55. Definitely I can select a similar number. Let's say how many I did, 6, okay? So 6, I'm gonna move it to the scorecard to verify that. And what I see here is strong sell. Look, it's important to read this stuff. See, this is 1 to 2. It means 2 people, I mean, like for one buyer, there is 2 sellers. You see, that's the reason this shows us pretty bad trend on the selling, okay? And here I selected sales, okay? So these days, the market is very unpredictable, okay? Overall group goes down. and they will say, okay, Sergey, you have to then stick with this trading plan which I develop. I'm going to say, no, you know what? I'm not going to do that because the market is so unpredictable, and OPEC and all these decisions unpredictable. I'm going to create two different watch lists. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create watch list here, add new, and I'm going to type here 0702. This one is bearish. Okay, enter. I created one watch list, and then it's about 7, and it's 55. This is 9. Okay, so I'm going to create watch list, add new, and then I'm going to say 0702 bullish, enter. Okay, so then I have two lists. So what I'm going to do tomorrow when the market is going to open, I'm not going to jump in to buy all of them or one of the group. I'm going to watch first. Okay, so how I'm going to do it? Let's assume I arrive to the group. I'm sorry, to the this screen tomorrow. Okay, and then I'm kind of prepared, and I know what I'm doing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at my watch lists. Okay, I'm going here, and then I'm looking on the 07. Okay, I'm gonna open this watch list. Okay, and then I also am gonna open. I'm gonna open another watch list tomorrow. Okay. So I'm opening pages. You see, it's every time is new. Sometimes you need to close that. So I'm gonna go to 07 bullish. Okay. Now I have two lists. One is a bullish, another is a bearish. And now I'm kind of prepared to look at the theory tomorrow. One is strong sell, and another is strong buy. No, just buy. Okay. And then 7 and 9. What I'm gonna do then? Now I'm kind of working with them as if it is tomorrow. What I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna take all of them and then move them at one, because I don't know when I'm gonna wake up, right? And then I'm gonna go to the scanner. So let's assume 7 o'clock in the morning, California time, already 30 minutes in a trading session, and I click it here, okay? So I click it here, and then what I see here is going to be the chart. It's just gonna start, okay? If you don't wanna see something where there's not enough data, you just close that, okay? Now down to 6. So what I'm going to be looking for the first few minutes, maybe 30 minutes, I'm going to see if the theory is right or wrong and what's going on with these 6 stocks. And what happens, this column is going to calculate for you what is happening every minute. So if you start at 7 California, then you're going to see it's going to go up or down. And typically, because it is a herd, it's going to be typically moving pretty much the same. As you can see, all of them lost or broke even. You see, it's all of them somewhat the same. You see, the behavior was the same. It's a herd. Small one, but it's a herd. Okay. The same thing, I'm going to do it here. I'm going to select those 9s. And tomorrow, I'm going to move it to the scanner. And I'm going to also observe what's going on with them. These ones are considered to be buy opportunities. Is that possible? They're also going to go down? Yes, because it's still a herd. But if a herd would decide to move up for whatever reason, then these guys are more likely to go up. I'm going to remove those. Okay. So I'm going to be observing those, again, based on that column. And if the herd is moving up, those guys are going to first move up because they are buys, right? And if I need to read anything, first of all, this is the earning dates. You always have to look at them. Then you can read news right here about everyone, why they're moving up or down, right? So that means these two pages are very important pages to look tomorrow and decide whether you're going to trade up or down. And that's how I found 6 opportunities down, 6 trends down, and 6 trends up. And that's how I used a simple idea, which I found, where I found that on my homepage, just simply scrolling and finding good ideas, okay? So that's the one way of finding the trends and using a trend group analysis, okay? So what else I wanted to cover with you? Paper trades, okay? So you see I covered this one, skipping paper trades. What is a paper trade? What you can do, even right now, you can shift all of them to a paper trade. So you can trade as if it is real brokerage account. So you click here and you see 6 of them you can buy, right? And it's whatever, so let me see, what was that list? That list was coming from the, I guess was from the bearish, that was a bullish, that was a bearish. So what you can do is to move them to the sell, short, and this one group, you can buy. Again, paper trade, and then go there, okay? So let me show you the paper trades I've been making. I just don't want to do that. I did that last time, and kind of, I don't do it, but I did it last time. So what happened? When you trade on a paper trade, then if you trade with the group, it's going to give you group and group, okay? So it happened that I already exited from a few positions. Let's look at my results first, okay? So first of all, it is for a month results, right? So I traded with paper trades every time for every position, kind of a modeling of $10,000. If I continue to trade the same way, I'm going to be making 137% a year. Average profit, I have 400. That's kind of my average exit. So it's about 4% out of 10,000, which is not bad every 8 days, right? So if you look at my record, then it is average profit is 900, average loss 700. But as you can see, my guessing game is such that I'm picking well 71% of long positions and 63 short positions, okay? Which is not bad. And these are for 49 trades within 1 month. Maximum open was 38. What else is here? Maximum consecutive wins. There was a moment I was exiting positively on 17 times in a row and 7 times losses. It's not bad, okay? So these are the open trades, and then these are the closed trades, okay? And these are my exits. And as you can see, the good thing is that I did these trades out of Scanner, actually doing that about a week ago. As you can see, I also entered some long positions, short positions, and made money both ways. Actually, during the webcast, I just did these trades, similar I showed you, and they were not bad. The good stuff is you can analyze your closed trades based on what? You can click here and see where you're making money, where you're losing money, okay? So for instance, there are some stocks I made money, right? So there's a green, as you can see, this is all green. I'm not repeating myself too much, but if you would have been trading one stock the same way, then we would have showed you that on one stock you either losing or winning. Okay, then source of idea. Okay, so here scanners. There are some other things this is out of news. I traded just directly out of news. So what it means to trade right out of news, it's right here. So let's assume it shows 90% down, Fox Corporation. Click here, Fox, and sell short. Okay. Okay. How to get more details about Fox? You click here. You see, it's a short amount of detail, okay, small amount of details. But if you go here, you get where we started, everything about Fox and what we think and our recommendation. You see Fox scorecard. The reason is not showing, maybe doesn't know. But here are all the headlines and everything else, okay? That's kind of weird. Okay, sometimes it's just, maybe there was not enough data. Okay, so, and you can trade, make paper trades out of that, and then you can analyze that, analyze all your trades, and then later we're gonna be giving recommendation how well you are trading just based on the fact that you are trading in the paper trades, okay? Now, let's move to another section of our module, okay? We wanted to cover how to find the trends in a screener, okay? Let's do that. So we'll go here, screener home. Now we get into, I would guess, the most sophisticated screener you've ever seen, honestly saying. Why? Because we cover about 4,000 stocks. We cover ETFs, mutual funds, Forex, and cryptocurrencies in a very sophisticated way. The typical screen, as I told you, is this one. That people get you fundamentals, and then you on your own, okay? So we translated the fundamental analysis into plain English with these ratings. As I already showed you, technical analysis, we give you earnings and dividends in one click. And the good thing is that if you want to find out the earnings calendar, you click it right here, and then you get who is reporting earnings and when, okay? Now, let's find the trends. So go back to the US tickers. And then this is a scorecard, okay? So one of the easiest way to find buy opportunities is in the scorecard, get buy or sell recommendations. As you can see, this is all strong sales, sorted strong sales. It's 4,000 stocks. It's kind of easiest way. But if you want to do more intellectual work, right? So what you can do, let's say, again, we know that the market moves overall up, right? And within a quarter, as you can see, everyone who traded the last 3 months should have been positive. I don't know if you were positive, I was, but not everyone. But this is a kind of interesting thing that gives you the perspective of trends in every category or industry. You can click here, and then you see these like industries, small industries inside of the retail trade. Okay. So what we can do, we know that the market is kind of a positive at this moment, and we're developing a trading plan of picking up those big herd, right, the market. Some of them behind, look, the retail trade, 81% within 1 quarter, right? Consumer durable, 76% per quarter, right? Biotechnology, 64% per quarter, right? Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna say, okay, we kind of like to buy on the bottom and then see what's gonna happen, right? So what I'm gonna do is to click here, banks, okay? So I selected all banks. Now I have 357 stocks, okay, in this table. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, you see, I can select either strong buys, or I'm gonna select strong sells. I'm gonna select strong buys. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the first 20. By one click, I'm selecting 20. And what the next one, I'm gonna move them to this group analysis of the scorecards, okay? I'm clicking here, and I'm creating one additional page, and I'll go back. All my 20 are here. You see the group scorecard is here, so that means the group is buy. It consists of what? It consists of what? Strong buys 11, regular buys 9, no sells, no holds. Positive, everything is positive. This is a positive. And then I have these opportunities to buy. So what I can do, if I really want to look after the group where I started, trend, where in banks, then I'm going to create another watch list. I can create another watch list out of 20 stocks to look at them tomorrow, right? So what I can do also is to create a watch list for tomorrow for banks, strong sales. Okay, let's see if it's going to be a confirmation on a scorecard analysis, and then whether or not I'm good here. Okay, yes. You see, it's strong sell. Then this one is a confirmation that there are kind of trend overall going down, and all of them strong sells. And I also can create very easily my another two lists. So you're gonna say which way to start. I will say the easiest way to start is actually in a screener, because you can think of the following. There's a big curve moving, the market kind of moves up, it's positive, report was positive. But are we guaranteed that's gonna move up tomorrow? No, not really. So it's kind of one way of picking up here. But if you want to trend continue, then you might click it here, okay? And then create a list with retail trades, 129, and see on a strong sell, okay? You see, it's really good stocks, Dollar General, and all of them bullish, looking good. Let's see. Let's check them where on the scorecards. But if you want to read just the news, it's here. Scanner here. You can directly move from the screener to scanner. You can move to the paper trade. You can move to other tools, to the premium tools. Okay. But we're going to move it first to the scorecard and see if our theory is going to be correct. Okay, yes, yes, everything is positive, looking good, right? So as you can see, it's pretty much stable for a long period of time. People having extra money, buying stuff. So it's a possibility, really strong possibility it's going to go up. Okay, and all of them are going to have a strong buys. Is that going to be hard to find strong sells in the where we are in the retail trade? I don't know. Let's see. Click here. There are some of them you see trending down. So we search strong sell. Let's take it strong sell. If anything, bad news tomorrow, I'm gonna look and see if I have a confirmation. Okay, strong sell. This direction is down, looking good. So that's a list for the strong sell. So then when I come tomorrow, I might create 4 scanners and I will look what I'm gonna do tomorrow, okay? Now it's a 6:44 and Zoom is gonna close that meeting if we stay longer. So I typically prepare some time for questions. Nobody typed the questions so far. You guys can type them. If you're not gonna type them, then I'm gonna finish that soon. And let me show you. Okay, trend prediction engine. Okay, so here's the thing that you can start from another. This is all so far free products. It's enough to log in and get all this information. There are other products, which are premium products, where you start with the AI. Okay, so let's say I want to use the trend prediction engine. Okay, I get here. The way it works, you set up it as a advanced search. So confidence level, then you have buy confidence. You get here. You see this as a stock. You see how well it finds the stock trend continued. You see, if it continued up, it's almost 3 months just moving up, nothing else. You see, the probability continues to moving up is pretty high. That's what we found, right? So that's the list, and price range. I can just say, okay, I want to like between $18 and let's say I don't want an expensive one, $18 to $59 per share. Confidence level 60% and higher. See, this is a list which you see with this type of list, what I can do, I also can create a watch list or move it directly to the scanner tomorrow and then observe them with what I have, right? So another premium tool we have is here in trading pattern search engine. I have other webcasts describing how the patterns works. Then you see different patterns. You can read about them right here. You see, we find it, our artificial intelligence finding patterns and then makes predictions. And what is the pattern? Let's say cap and handle. It's a high probability this stock is going to go up on this particular distance. We call it distance to target price. This is an entry on a breakout. It's reprice, exit price. So if you really want to have a more guided trading and finding the guided entry and exits, okay, then you should look at these premium products because we give exactly when to enter and when to exit. As you can see, this is the real-time signals in intraday. This is end of day, so it's got a longer period of times. But here is for the stocks and ETFs. I click it here. So what we do every like 5 minutes, we go to the market, okay, and then find the patterns, different types of the patterns like flag, pennants, all of them on the market, and then present them on the different time frames. Let's say 1 hour, okay. But let's assume you want to trade fast than 1 hour. You go here, you customize. Oh, here you customize only 1 hour, 4 hours. It's more like for the swing traders. And if you want to do day trading, you click here 5 minutes. You're gonna go here save, and then you're now gonna get 5 minutes time frames. Time frame is the 1 point on this chart. Okay, every chart ends at 1 point exit price, and that's how the chart is sketched. And you see what is that pattern? Head and shoulders. If you don't know anything about head and shoulders, you click here and you read about this. So if it goes this way, then you can find out what is the prediction of the trend of this particular is going to make within like 5 minutes. You multiply approximately by 10 within 50 minutes, so 2 hours. You're going to be able to make a 1%, which means it's a trend going down on a smaller scale. What you really want to do is to verify these 5 tickers. You see, for whatever reason, they are mostly red. So what I can do is to move them to, let's say, to the scorecards in my summary and see what my herd is going to do in this group, and just for fun. And just for fun, see what's going to happen. I have a lot of oops. Oops, I think I have